YouTube, makeup babes, what's good? It is your girl Lisa Rose, and I am representing TMB Makeup Artistry, and I am back with another video. I'm kind of excited to kind of show you guys, like 7 years later, what my current functional freelance makeup artist kit is looking like. I have finally gotten my kit to a place where I'm very proud of the products that I'm using, things that I used 7 years ago that I'm still currently using. And please don't forget to comment, rate, and of course, subscribe to your girl's channel. When I'm traveling to my clients, this is pretty much my setup. I travel with my light in here. Now I went and bought this case because it felt like it had extra cushion other than the original bag that the light comes in as a single situation. But it's cool because it's nice and big, and I can also fit my wipes, all right, in this bag. I keep a cape in here as well, just so it stays clean and out of the way, all right. I might throw in, like here I have like some lashes in here, just like extra stuff. And this bag is really helpful as well because when I'm packing up and it's time to go, like a lot of the times, when I'm finishing up clients or whatever, sometimes I have to hurry up and just pack up and just get out of there because people are on to the next, right? They need to get dressed or whatever the case may be. And if I'm in a hotel room, I'm not gonna sit in the hotel room while they are getting dressed. So I kind of do the mad dash and leave. So this bag is big enough to kind of throw some extra items like my dirty brushes. I put them in a plastic bag and then I'll throw this bag, that plastic bag of brushes, into my my kit, right? All right, so this bag I got off of Amazon, and I love this bag because I literally can work out of this bag. I have been in places where the setup is just, I have no room. So my chair has little tables on it, and then if I sit this up on a chair, right, I can pretty much work out of here, and just pretty much work out of here. Even if I do have table space, I still hoist this up on a chair, put my client in the chair, and I still have like a very minimal table setup because I primarily work out of my case. Down here, as you can see, I have my Miron skin prep here. So my Miron skin prep is here. I have some spray hand sanitizer that I keep on me. This is my 91% alcohol. I know it's in this bottle because it has the blue top. All right, the bottle with just regular water. Pull it up, pull it off. I clean it out, refill it before I go see a client. I use bottled water. And this is what I use to kind of wet my sponges and things like that. Okay, because again, I might be in a place where I don't have a sink. Okay, and I might need some water. And then in here, all right, this is where I keep my Odo band, all right. So this is a viricide, this disinfectant, deodorizing cleaner. So because of COVID-19, it's just a little bit more heavy duty, but it's very pleasant to the scent. And so I'm now starting to carry this in my bag as well, just to clean off the surfaces and things like that before I lay all my items down on a table, on a surface, whatever the case may be, to clean my seat. I've always sanitized my seat and sprayed alcohol and things like that on it, but this is a viricide. So this is gonna kill more than just bacteria, but it's gonna kill viruses, okay? All right, it's just where I keep like extraneous types of things. So here is my 70% alcohol that I carry, all right? Lashes, my stainless steel palettes down here. And I carry two because this one is my mixing palette. This all right, to actually, for the makeup and products and things like this. But then I use this, put all of my disposables on. Okay, so when I do my little setup and I lay my towel out, so my sponges, my Q-tips, my spoolies, powder puffs, cotton pads, anything like that I'm gonna use on a particular client, I lay them out. Then in here I just have other things like business cards, there's a pencil sharpener. Down here, this is some beauty so clean, sanitized products or anything like that. I have ink pens in here, all right, a couple of extra pairs of lashes, just little random stuff. Also throw in like a plastic bag for my trash, all right. And so that's that part. All right, so let's swing this sucker around. This pouch has 2 clips in the front, 2 clips on the side, and a very sturdy handle that is bolted down with. If I have a very extremely large bridal party or something like that, then I do bring a set bag that I might have additional brushes, just extra disposables, extra, you know, just a lot of extra things in there. But for the most part, everything that I need for anybody and everybody is in this case, and I work directly out of this bag, and I love it. Now this case came with an additional like train case, okay? And so in that train case, there's also a Velcro section at the top. So one brush roll came in there, and then this brush roll, and then one brush roll came in here. So when I have a large bridal party, I just kind of fold these in half, and then I will use both of them in this case. Okay, so if I have one person, even if I have 2 people, I can pretty much fit 2 sets of brushes in this one case, okay? But if I have, you know, maybe 3 or 4 people, then I'll definitely need both of these, and I'll just do face brushes on this side, and then I do eye brushes on this side, and then here I have my little tool. So the other tools that I carry are a pair of scissors, a spatula for scooping out my product. I have hair clips in here, and then I have a pair of tweezers in here, lash applicator in here. I have to groom brows. I have a razor right here just in case. But also what I do keep in here are my eyebrow products, because that's typically one of the first things that I do after I prime and moisturize, after I moisturize and prime the face. So I keep my eyebrow pencils here, all right, lip brushes, things like that. I keep them all in this pouch right here, all right, and it just makes it very convenient to work out of, all right, because for the most part, all my tools end up being laid out. For the most part, my spatula, my scissors might sit in here. All right, so now to the top section of the case. So here I carry a mirror. Now, under normal circumstances, I will have my mirror wrapped in the towel that I use to lay out, okay? But like I said, I'm in the process of cleaning out my kit and reorganizing. So right now it's just paper towel because it's been sitting in the house, right? So I have my mirror right here, okay? Then I carry this bag with me, which comes out, all right? And I'll show you what's in this bag in a minute. But this has all my powders, my lip products, my pressed powders, lip, eye, and lash products. Little case right here that just has my disposables, okay? Disposables in here. So I have my 2 lip palettes here. This is Urban Decay, and this is, of course, Anastasia Beverly Hills, all right? I might keep, again, extra lashes in here. I have a Dermablend powder in here that doesn't necessarily fit in my case. I have some other powders kind of stacked in the front over here. Loose powders, some Ben Nyes that I have sitting right here. Banana powder right here. They kind of sit in the front part of this case. And then in here I have all of I have some hand sanitizer in here. But then all of my eyeshadow palettes that I carry. So I'm just gonna kind of just run through and kind of show you how I have them. Okay, so Modern Renaissance is a nice classic palette that I have, that I use. I rarely use this because I have created my own palette, and it's a mixture of Colored Rain, the Queen of Hearts palette, and ABH, right? My mattes on this side, my shimmers on this side, and this really is all I really need for all skin tones, types, fair, light, medium, dark. If I have somebody that doesn't fit this color palette, which is very rare, then I have this Urban Decay Old School Vice palette. So then I have like some lighter tones here. Okay, some lighter tones here for those who might not fit. A couple of darker tones for those that might not fit. If anybody wants color, then I have this palette for color shimmers. For my bright pigments, for my bright colors, this is ColourPop. I have some ColourPop shadows in here. And they're okay. And I have a couple of other fun shimmers over here, black and white, if I need it. And this is something that was just recently added into my kit. Okay. And then the main staples that I use really for eyeshadow. Again, this is something that's brand new, but this is Viseart. And I have another one that I just got, the bridal one. I have not put it in my kit just yet, but I love Viseart. I think Viseart are my staple shadows. Because these two palettes are something that are more recent that I just added to my kit. Okay, maybe I've been working with them in 2019, and then this I just got. I haven't really quite used it, too tough, just a little bit. But these two are the ones that I've had for the longest time, and I've been able to create so many looks just from these two palettes. This is the Neutrals palette, all right, from Viseart. All right, it's well worth it. The pigmentation is excellent. Again, like I said, I'm in the process of cleaning my kit, so don't judge me, okay? Pigmentation is outstanding. The color lasts a super long time. I also use this for brows. All right, if I wanted to use a powder for brows, I also use this for brows. Very, very good. And then the more recent one, but I've used all of 2019, is the Warm palette. Very, very good. Again, very suitable for all skin tones. All right, and so these are like my staples. Those are my staple eyeshadow palettes, my go-tos. Never go wrong with those. And then I also keep this Metal Mattes palette from Kat Von D. And I like this palette because, again, it has the nice white and it has the nice black, but then you have a nice set of shimmers up top, and then you have some mattes down here, of course, if I wanted to use color, you know. But this is always like, whenever I can't find that right color and I'm looking for that oomph to set a look off, like this is the palette that I go to set the look off. And for whatever reason, whatever I pick, it just always makes somebody's eyes pop, sparkle, shine. So I really do love this palette as well, okay? And that's more, I feel like that's more than enough shadows. I can really get, it's all I need, okay? It's all I need. I also keep in this top section, I have a MAC lip palette here. I have two MAC lip palettes, right? And then I have a concealer palette, okay? I do have these in here. And then the last piece that I have in here that's sitting in the back is my blush palette from La Femme. All right, love this. Works on all skin tones, light, medium, and dark. You have your, your shimmers, your mattes, all right? And so it's just a very universal palette, nice big pots, just very, very universal, and I love this, okay? I love this to death. This is what I use, all right? Now let me show you what's in this bag before I open up the rest of this kit. So here in this bag is where I keep, like I said, all of my lip. So I just keep them in a plastic bag. I haven't really found anything else. Everything just kind of fits in this bag and carry. So as far as carrying purposes, it's very convenient for me. So a lot of my neutral shades, pinky tone shades, if it, different finishes, I have mattes, I have glosses, I have shimmers, metallics. All right, so this is more of my neutral, pink neutral to brown neutral tones in this plastic bag. All right, and so in this plastic bag is where I have my more brighter colors, my reds, my deep reds, my bright pinks, oranges. All right, so I keep those. And here is my eyeliner, eye pouch. So eyeliners, various colors, eyebrow gel, mascara, extra eyeliners, And then I have my lip liners in here, okay, bandaged up like this in a rubber band. All right, and these stem from, I have brands that are MAC, again, OCC, NYX, ColourPop. I have them grouped so that way I can see the colors, okay? So I can see the shades, all right? So again, these are the ones that I pretty much use all the time. As you can see, they have been well loved. And I really honestly feel like I have enough to accommodate a range of skin tones, light, medium, dark. Okay, I feel like this is more than enough for me and what and who I service to get the job done. I have all my pressed powders. So I have an all-nighter waterproof powder. Okay, that's a staple. So I have bronzers and I have pressed powders. Now typically I set with the colorless powder. So the Dermablend for extremely matte skin, for oily skin. I'll use the RCMA for normal skin tones. All right, if you are already extremely dry, I'll lightly set you with the RCMA, okay? Lightly set you with the RCMA if you are already dry. But I prep the skin very well so you're nice and illuminated. But I have Prime Beauty in here, and these are my bronzers for my deeper skin tones. This is a relatively new add to my kit. I just have these two. All right, nice brown girl friendly shades, okay? As you can see, all right, very nice. And then I have a lot of MAC, couple of MAC powders. And so I just kind of primarily get for fair, medium, and light. So I have something like this for my fair skin. Warm is a neutral tone, so it could pretty much work. Okay, so your MAC Studio Fix powder, some Danessa Myricks in here, and some loose powders. So I've been working these into my makeup application, and just trying to work these in where I can, wherever I have the skin tone. Okay, so of course this zips down. Okay, I have this arranged the way that I work. All right, so I like to do is I just kind of open up all my drawers, so it's just easy for me to get into. So this is how I'll start, and I just kind of open up everything in the very, very beginning. All right, and just kind of leave them like this, and then I just kind of work out of here. So this is my skin prep. So I have micellar water. I have witch hazel to help me further cleanse the skin. All right, I have this Murad calming gel. So when I have anybody that kind of has inflamed skin, hyaluronic acid, this is from The Ordinary. All right, so I keep these in here. Eye prep, all right, primers, lip prep. This is MAC lip moisturizer. Love this stuff. All my clients love it. I have a MAC Pep and Prime eye primer. I also have a Neutrogena Hydro Boost, which is a very good lightweight moisturizer. And then I also have a mattifying primer. This is from Embryolisse. I use that on occasions. It really just depends on the client. If I have something that has extremely oily skin, then I won't use that. For somebody that has extremely oily skin, what I love to use is the Mario Badescu Oil Control lotion. This mattifies skin like nobody's business. Like, I really don't have to use this along with another primer. This really does the trick right here. But if somebody has extremely oily skin, I'll go in with my Meron, and then I will go in with this, and that will set some skin. If they have some extra hydration, especially in the winter time, this rapid repair, I use this. This is great. I have just some regular Embryolisse lay cream, not the concentrate, but the fluid, right? I have that in here. I use that. I have a small Embryolisse Lait Cream Concentrate. I also have a Rose Water facial mist, Mario Badescu, to add hydration to the skin. And then one of my all-time favorite primers is from Arbonne. It's from Arbonne. All right, it's a European brand. I also have an oil in here, a peach oil. So if I have anybody and I really want to give them some nice, beautiful, dewy skin, I might prep the skin, especially if they're extremely dry, with a little bit of oil. Okay. Oil with my creamier products. All right, so that's what's in those two drawers. And then over here is a part of my skin prep in my third drawer, my all of my illuminating products. So in my skin prep process, after I moisturize the skin, I typically go to the eyes and do brows, right? And then right before I apply foundations, I'll come into this drawer, and if we want to do a nice dewy look, I have some Danessa Myricks illuminating veils in here. I have the Gleam by Melanie Mills in here. It's very good for the body as well. I have, of course, my MAC Strobe Cream, which I love on myself. All right, and so with these illuminating highlighters right here, I really can get the job done. I have a Becca illuminator right here. And then I also have in this drawer my cream blushes. And so I will, I'll prep the skin, I'll go to foundation, and then I'll come back. Sometimes I come back to this after foundation, but then I have my cream blush palette in here. Of course, this is Makeup Forever. All right, this is a recent add to my kit. All right, because I was using something else, but it was not, the bottles were just too big and bulky, and I didn't like carrying them, and I wanted something that was a little bit more kit friendly. So I went ahead and invested in this. In this bottom drawer, all right, and I love how these drawers come out, right? And so in my bottom drawer here, right, these are just all of my sprays, okay? So I have a Fix Plus, I have a Scandinavia, this is the finishing spray. I have the Scandinavia, this is the bridal, this is the primer spray, which works very, very well as well. I have an Oh My Glow spray, and I'll use this before and after foundation as well, depending on how much luminosity I want to give to the skin. I love this. And then of course your cult favorites, your Urban Decay Long Lasting, and then the Urban Decay, this is the De-Slick Oil Control. All right, this is where I keep my smaller foundation palettes. All right, so I use cream foundations all the time. This is something that has been in my kit since day one, but I have purchased more over the years, okay? So I have my foundation palettes like this. So I have products for every skin tone, okay? Like I'm never gonna get a client and I'm not gonna have a product for them, okay? This is the Graftopian Corrector Palette. What I love about this in these tones of peaches, when I have fair skinned women that sit in my chair and they have these pink undertones, okay? I love to mix these products into that foundation, and I'm telling you, I love it. It just does wonders, okay? So then here I have Graftopian, so this is like a deep neutrals, which I'll show you. If the color is not fair enough, I can add this, all right, to make the concealers a little bit, the foundations a little bit more fair. When I need to color correct and I need to add more yellow tones, more red tones, to a foundation, I pull from this very heavily. And RCMA is a lot more difficult to work with than the Graftopian. You really do have to warm this up and make it pliable before you can actually apply it to the face, okay? So just so you know. So then I have about 6 Pro Longwear concealers that I use. 3 cool, 3 warm, light, medium, dark, and I like the texture. I like the consistency of this Pro Long. When I mix this with my Graftopian. Oh, it gives the most beautiful finish and it lasts. Okay, the longevity in the finish is so beautiful. I love mixing them. I have a couple of prolong wear, these LA Girl Pro Conceals, and I don't really use these too much. I have some Eve Pearl in here, some eyeshadow bases in here. This is soft ochre. This is soft ochre paint pot. I have my Inglot gel liner in here. I also use a lot of this not Graftopian, but this LA Pro Girl Conceal and this orange corrector. I use this a lot too for my deeper skin, deeper tone. So that's my concealer and these smaller foundation palettes. Down here is where I have the rest of my foundations. So here is the bigger version of, this is the warm palette for Graftopian. I use all of these colors, and then like especially for my ladies, I use this to conceal. I use this just to build the dimension in the skin. All right, I love. All right, so I have these 4 black opal foundations. Okay, and so again, light, medium, dark. So I have something that's very fair, and again, I really like this more so. I love the undertones in these, but I also love the consistency, and I love how it mattifies the skin. This dries down so quickly, but when I mix it with the Graftopian, it gives it a beautiful finish. Okay, and I love these for that purpose. Okay. I also have some other correctors in here. These are sample, but kind of like an orange orange tone, all right? But I love adding these, and I think I have the darker one too, but this is also a different alternative to that RCMA corrector palette because these are liquid, all right? They mix. They mix better with the foundations that I use. That's what I will say. Okay, and then for my deeper complected ladies, I have also I have these 3 black opal stick foundations to help me contour. Like I said before, those other versions I had were sometimes they're a little too cool, whether I want to contour or add warmth to the skin. So here I have these variations, and I just kind of play and mix them up for the different tones and undertones. But this black opal really has a similar finish to that Graftopian. You do have to warm these up a lot more, work with them a little bit more before you actually apply them to the skin, but they are very, very beautiful products. They're very, very beautiful products. This on top, you can kind of slide that in here. All right, so in this third drawer is where I keep my powder highlighters. Okay, so here I just have Albatross NARS, which is a cult favorite. I have a Milani Glow. Now this is really supposed to be a bronzer, but it's a very beautiful highlight on my dark ladies. And this is a Sephora. This is also a bronzer for more fair skin, but this fair toned women, but it looks very beautiful as a highlighter on my darker complected ladies. Ice Capade from MAC, which is a favorite. Love that. I have this Diamond Balm. How Many Carats? This is a nice kind of like a wet balm that I can apply to my clients, and so I like to apply this on top of when they're on top of their cream products. All right, so it's kind of like balmy. All right, but my go-tos are, okay, and then I'm gonna show you another palette that I use. And then I just kind of have a couple of loose ones around in here. Like I have some Artist Couture in here, and I keep this in a bag because this stuff gets so messy in these drawers, and so it's just, you know, whatever. But then I have like miscellaneous stuff in here that I really don't use. I probably should take it out. And then in my bottom drawer down here is kind of where I keep mostly of my glitters, okay? Glitters, glitter adhesive. I have some brow products. I have some brow products in the top drawer too. Some loose glitters. I have some other, some Inglot foundations and things when people want to use, like when we want like a really skin-like finish, All right, I might mix in a little bit of the Graftopian just for pigmentation, and then this is something that I might use lightly, but this is like a miscellaneous drawer. I have some Stila liquid eyeshadows, some liquid eyeliners that are pretty much dry the hell up, but I can use this product right here, this mixing medium, and I want to say this is Lit Cosmetics. All right, and so I use this and I can just so Hyper Glow from MAC gives me, you know, another variation of highlighting powders that I can use on my clients. Again, light, medium, dark, no matter what your undertone is, I have something for you. That is pretty much what I have in my kit as a well-established freelance makeup artist.